God.
Oh my God.
All right, there we are.
God. We gonna wait for it.
If you think about it, pets just get in the way.
Lean back.
All right, and we
Lean
are
back.
recording.
Lean back.
Okay. Hello. Oh,
Hello.
there
I
we
said,
are.
tell me what's really going on.
Okay. I was actually quite enjoying our.
Drizzy back up in this thing already.
Can we
What's
watch?
happening?
Can we watch Trailer Park Boys and play Stratego? Is that a thing we can do after this?
Maybe the Trailer Park Boys is a no for me.
What?
I'm burnt out on that show.
You can't be.
Yes, you can.
It's impossible.
Fact is not what you're speaking. I like the show, but I think that it, like, on a scale of like, no. If I was rating my top 10 comedies of all time, TV shows, it wouldn't be in there.
What? Really?
If it is, it's like 9 or 10.
Really?
I swear. And I like it. I just don't think it's that good.
Dude.
Especially like after season 5. Like, majority of the show's not good. From like season 5 and back is the only good stuff.
The only part that I didn't like was when Julian had these like hot girls following him around, and they just say some cringy stuff. Just the cringiest of things, and it's horrible acting the entire time. That's the only piece that really upsets me. That's it.
It's all
That's
bad
it.
acting.
But like I could rewatch Trailer Park Boys over and over and over.
And what's his name?
Randy?
Once Leahy and Randy had like started using the house for like, it wasn't the barber shop. Somebody else did the barber shop idea.
Oh,
That was T.
What was it? Why did they have the house all? I know that they had started a relationship.
With the girl?
There's a salon.
No, Leahy and Randy did.
No, they didn't start a business in their house. That's always been like the girls of the park and Julian.
No, I know the barbershop thing happened way earlier. That's not what I'm talking about. There's something.
Massages, I think they give, and there's a hair salon.
Yeah, I remember the hair
But
salon.
the hair salon was started by the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
What was it, at the Mr. Leahy's house?
No.
No, because I remember. Because Mr. Leahy and Randy they end up like together, like as a couple,
Yes.
right? In the later seasons.
They've been a couple for. They were a couple for a lot.
Yeah,
of
but it was
seasons.
more of a joke, and then they actually became a couple.
Like it came out.
Right.
I mean, it was.
But that was like, I don't know.
Anyways, I think that you're completely incorrect, and Trailer Park Boys is really underrated.
I mean, yeah.
It's
I mean,
really underrated.
I don't think it's underrated.
I think that they may. I think it is
It's
underrated.
super popular.
It's not
I
that
don't think
popular.
it's super popular.
Dude, well, how did it get 12 seasons then?
I mean, it's
Because
probably really cheap.
because the
Accidentally?
fucking set is
It's probably
like
super
$2 to make.
Yeah, but you're not going to get Netflix deals just because your set's
But
cheap.
it's also international.
Exactly. So it's obviously, it might not be super big here, but it's probably one of the biggest comedies in Canada.
What else do they got?
Yeah, I don't really think they have much else.
Exactly. It's big enough to get out of
Nothing
Canada.
else good.
The
Yeah.
Raptors. That's pretty funny.
You're a little far away from me here. Hold on, let me turn you back up.
How about this? You fucking...
James,
I'm the captain of the boat
James,
now.
I dare you to name me 10 funnier shows than Trailer Park Boys.
Okay. Are we serious?
Yeah.
I don't think you can, personally.
All right. This is not in any order.
No, yeah, just rattle them off.
Workaholics. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It is a good one.
70s Show.
That is a good one.
Family Guy. American Dad.
Now he's just naming
Wow, you're
comedy
putting both of
shows.
those-
Okay, I'll take one of them off. I'll take one of those
Okay.
off. Give me a second. I got more.
Mom spaghetti. Mom spaghetti.
Oh God! No!
He's
You guys,
choking.
you guys are tripping. You guys are tripping.
No, I'm not. I'm sitting. I can't even trip right now. But
The Office.
The Office.
there you go. That's
That's
five.
where I stopped.
That's 5.
All right, so I win. I mean, that's 5.
I don't know that I wouldn't call The Office funnier than Trailer Park Boys.
Office 100% funnier.
Yeah.
And I would actually put Sunny and Trailer Park Boys up against each other
For the funniest show ever.
as far as like cringy goes, cringy funny shows.
Trailer
See,
Park Boys.
I
is
think
it's always
Office
funny.
is lead cringe.
Really?
Yeah, I think Office is like that cringe.
That's like most of its
Funny.
comedy is cringy.
Sunny
It's like,
Sunny
oh my
has-
god, I can't even watch what's going on right now. It's
Sunny
so cringe.
definitely has the cringe.
Sunny's got cringe.
Number 1 for me. I mean, sometimes I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Like,
I've
I'm
never
embarrassed to
seen it.
watch. Right? No. Number 1 cringe show, Big Mouth.
Big Mouth's rough.
That shit just
Big Mouth is tough.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I haven't seen it since like season 3. I don't think.
Yeah, I started watching the Valentine's season.
Oh yeah, that was last season.
I could barely get through it. And then I started the new season, and I was like, oh my god, we're on the same boat. It's like we're still doing the same jokes.
Changed.
I was like, fuck John Mulaney.
I mean, the guy's in rehab.
Oh, I'm going to see John Mulaney, by the way.
Are you visiting him?
fucking son of a bitch.
That'll be out of so rehab.
funny.
I know. I guess the tickets were like $150 a piece too.
It's a good deal.
Cece got 3 of them for me here in Micah.
That's a weird way to say Hank.
What?
I don't.
Is Micah Hank?
Micah Hank? Micah Hank. My guy Hank.
I did hear that John Mulaney's having a tough time right now. I heard
That's what
that
I've
he's
heard.
having some drug issues and lost his wife and stuff like that.
So let's hope he makes it to the stand-up show.
Well, I just hope he makes it in general.
Exactly.
Let's hope I get a refund for the stand-up show.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah. I don't
hope
care
so
if he
too.
shows up or not, but as long as I get my money back, we're all Gucci.
Would you rather have your money back, or would you rather him die?
Die?
You choose die? Okay.
What? No.
No, his life's
no.
$300 to you. I get it.
No. Never. I don't think the man should die. I mean,
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
it's just a coke thing, right?
hmm
I mean, how do you know?
I don't know.
Oh, that's just what I've heard on the
And who knows, like, if he's telling it, if he's being 100% honest.
Could be all joke to him.
He'd be like, yeah,
He's never
it's
done
just
coke
coke
in his fucking
It's
life.
just coke. But
He's just
really,
in the rehab, just cracking jokes to people. He's never even done drugs.
he's having ghostwriters by crazy people.
He's really probably my number 1 comedian in my head, just because
If he had more stuff, I would say yeah.
he doesn't have. Okay, I mean, I guess, but you're just judging that off of Netflix.
No,
Judging off Spotify.
just general. Yeah, Spotify's only got 2 things. Netflix has only got 2, 3 things, maybe.
He's
I don't-
pretty young, though, isn't he?
But I don't think that he's done as many deals with those kinds of people. Like, he packs big auditoriums.
But that's the thing is, I haven't seen him live.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
So like, I only know off of those things. But that's how all my comedy is. I mean, I used to buy comedy DVDs back before Netflix, but like Cat Williams and shit. But
Man, I remember watching one Cat Williams with like my stepmom growing up. I like looked at her. She was like, "This is funny, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I am allowed to be here. Okay, yeah."
he's funny.
He is fucking funny.
I'm rocking high, baby.
What's
Cowboy.
up, old friend?
Old friend.
Do you guys know the cowboy?
Old cowboy.
Oh my God, is that? Okay, we have quite a few Discord friends
Country
that
cowboy.
had YouTube shows as well.
Yes.
Do you remember what were their names? I haven't seen them in a while.
Someone you play Rogue with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Arkansas boys?
Yeah.
Them boys.
I can't think of their names right
Were
now.
they country boys?
Yeah, they were hilarious, dude.
They were very funny.
Yeah, they
Evening
were.
fellas.
They were extremely.
They gamed and
Fun.
recorded their stuff, and they were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Anyways,
you guys, gotta give them a follow on YouTube.
I did.
yeah, I
Nice,
did
okay,
too.
cool,
I did
cool,
too.
Cool.
Let's get this son bitch off kicking. So,
Let's get it off the rails.
all right, all right. Let me lay the bass beat here. Boom,
do. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum-bum.
'Cause I'm wanted.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
Come on in order. Dun dun.
When the uneducated scholars.
Scholars.
All right, we'll leave it there. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Tonight we are talking about pets. But first, I am Cameron. With me, I have
James.
It's me. It's Hank.
way to draw that one out. So, speaking of pets, what we're going to be discussing is, can you hold that board up for me? 'Cause we actually wrote this
I
down.
put together this nice little layout for us here.
So we've got some species. Did you misspell species?
No.
He left the R out.
Specifies? and then we've got exotic animals, the deadly ones, and then the ones that we own, which we actually do own a small farm. So yeah, let's get to it. Kick us off, James.
Yeah. So, do you guys know anything about why we have pets and where pets came from?
I just know that Egypt was big into cats.
Yes, Egypt was big into cats
Wow.
for a very long time too.
Yeah, and I know that
Thousands of
that's an original one, but I think that there's a lot of exotic ones out there. I think that that's the only one that I've actually ever read about.
Why cats, though?
'Cause cats are the shit.
We can kind of get into why cats have become such a staple for maybe Egypt, I guess. But
Egypt.
so, do you guys have a guess of what the first pet was?
What the first pet was? Probably
I'd say it's obvious. Don't overthink it.
another human.
Probably a dog.
It's a dog.
Okay.
But it wasn't a dog because dogs are the domesticated version, well, kind of the domesticated version of wolves.
Right.
A dog is what we know, but dogs didn't exist at the time when we were first getting our first pets.
Well, I mean, that in general is just really interesting to me to know that dogs came from wolves because we have bred them into very specific things.
Right, exactly.
Which
They have,
blows my mind.
yeah. And the only reason the dogs exist is because of us.
Right.
Like, we made that happen. The domesticated creature that is the dog. I don't know the species name, but it's its literal own species. All the dogs that you know fall under a species, and that species is from gray wolves and another European or the gray wolf is an Asian, and then the European. So, to fill you in there.
Wait, hold on. That didn't make sense.
I'll
So
fill
there's-
you in. It's
Okay,
weird.
okay.
It's weird. I kind of got ahead of myself. So, before we were even civilized,
Okay.
I mean, we're practically cavemen at this point. Dogs, wolves, kind of just started following us around just for food because they realized that we would find food and we would leave our scrap around.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, hey, let's kind of just follow these guys around. We'll pick up food.
Good little symbiotic relationship right there.
Exactly.
All right.
So, something about wolves that is kind of interesting is that they have a trait where it's like wolves and humans and maybe like some of the primates are the only things that like take in an attraction to things that aren't themselves, like aren't like a human takes in human, right, doesn't take in its own species.
Okay.
Now it's not as extreme. Obviously, nothing else other than humans have pets, but that was how it all started. Is a wolf had the relationship, was like, they're cool. I'll get closer and closer to them, and eventually, it became more of a protection thing where we had the wolves kind of just hang out. And they were just shout out to us if there was something going on, and it just got to a point where they're just kind of following us around.
And we're always crying wolf, you know?
Yeah.
He's fucking following me again. Actually, that would be pretty bizarre, by the way, what you're describing. Just being, you know, in a civilization, you know, that's pretty small. Like your fences, you know, a few pieces of wood, and there's this wolf following you around. I mean, that would be pretty bizarre.
Or he's going to bring over, like, a dead animal, drop it, and you're going to go, all right.
Yeah.
And you're going to pet him, and then you guys are cool.
Well,
Best friends.
It makes me think of whenever you go to the park, you see signs, don't feed the ducks. Because if you feed the ducks, they won't leave.
Right.
So I wonder if just one human was like, oh, here you go. And then that just started the dog.
I think so. And I think that as that happened more and more often, they got to a point where, you know, this is, obviously there's humans, because there's not really as many humans, because we're thinking pre-civilization. So we're talking like, what, freaking 20,000 years ago? Right? 38,000 years ago? So there's only people really from Europe over to
30,000.
far side of Asia. There's not really people over here in North America, South America as much.
Or the Indians.
Yeah, but they don't have the wolves.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe they did, but I don't think that. I don't know.
It wasn't documented.
Yeah, probably
Whitewashed,
not.
probably.
But I imagine that they had brought them over when everybody started exploring from Europe and Asia.
And we probably saw like some utility in them, kind of like what Country Cowboy is saying here. You know, keep them for protection, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once you gain some rapport with that one wolf that's been following you around and you've been feeding it,
How long does that take, you think?
probably not very long. You probably just keep feeding it, keep sustaining it, and I mean, if you provide food for it and you provide comfort, you know, you got to think of it like a survival situation. If there's one person in the world that is giving you food that you can't seem to find and is keeping you alive,
I'm sure the wolf could find food.
I mean,
Why work for it?
Why look for it? Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Why look for it
that
if it's
wolf
given me?
could just snap and be like, "Oh, I could just eat this person."
They
But
probably
that's,
did.
But that's the thing.
Probably
But that's the
did.
thing.
Yeah.
They're not locking these animals into cages.
Yeah,
But
no.
the
they're coming
animal
back.
is just gonna think that's food.
No,
That's food giving me food.
I don't think so.
It obviously didn't.
It's I mean, it's also kind of like a testosterone, well, not a testosterone thing, like a dominance thing. I can hurt you, dog. Like I can kill you,
That dog could kill
and
you.
they've probably proved it to the dog that they can hurt the dog.
It also probably took that one time of like finding a pup, like a wolf pup,
Oh yeah,
and just raising that wolf pup.
Yeah.
And then that wolf pup, because they're not, at this point we don't have civilization, so we're not like locking them in. So that wolf is coming and going whenever it wants, gets pregnant, then you raise a whole new set of pups,
right.
so on and so forth.
Right.
So that actually would happen, and it was happening on the over in Asia and then also over in Europe, and there ended up being two different types of this like wolf becoming of dog, and they had ended up combining the two, and it ended up getting taken over by the Asian wolf style, and there's no really proof of that Eastern style of wolf like surviving through, or not surviving, but actually becoming that new species. It didn't evolve the way that the other species did. What?
So you're saying that there was a European form of wolf,
Right.
but the Asian version of the wolf was really the prevailing.
Yeah, it ended up. Yeah, you completely covered over its.
Oh wow.
Over its gene.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we ended up with. They ended up eventually becoming dogs, just over breeding and them being moved around and adapting over time. But that was, like I said, before civilization. Pretty wild that we were connecting with another species before we probably had good language or anything. any really deep thoughts. I mean, we're practically animals ourselves at that point. I mean, we're barely putting stuff together. But down the road, so actually, I'll say this. So there's actually 3 ways that something becomes domesticated. The first way...
There's like criteria. Okay, I like it.
The first way is the way that we explained of how the animal feeds off of the human. Like it takes advantage of the fact that the humans making their lives easier.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then there's also the more agriculture way where we get bunches of them and keep them and just kind of have a farm set up or anything like that.
Puppy mill.
That's, you think about... No, more like pigs and...
Puppy mill, baby.
You know, anything like that. Pigs, cows, stuff like that. Pigs was one of the first things that we domesticated in that way. It was very easy. Obviously, you don't have to do much to control pigs.
Right.
Just kind of keep them in one place,
Just
feed
give
them a
them
lot.
some
I
slop.
don't know. Those wild pigs.
Wild hogs, yeah. Hogs are...
Yeah,
that's a
you're-
whole different story.
Yeah, you're talking about boars, bro. Boars are different.
Big game. And then the other way is by work. These are more your horses, your donkeys, camels. They just get domesticated very easily themselves. We just they are around.
Well, you can kind of pluck them out of the wild and they become domesticated. Dogs, it took like a few generations.
Right. It took literally the gene pool changing
Right.
for dogs to become these domesticated creatures.
Right.
Okay, so you have those 3 categories. Now, this is where it gets fun and kind of silly is cats. Cats kind of break the rules being the way that they are. Cats, in simplest terms, they domesticated themselves as a cat would.
They chose it for themselves.
They decided, this is good for me. I'm going to do this.
Cats don't do anything unless it's of their own will.
It's for themselves. Yeah. So how they did this was we got to the point where we're running pretty fluidly in agriculture. So we're having little farms. We have little gardens. We have all this stuff. And the cats are kind of just wandering around us. They believe most of the cats came from a species that the African wildcat came from. The African wildcat is still a running species, but the way that they look at domesticated cats, they came from a version of it that lived thousands and thousands of years ago, but they're pretty much exactly the same DNA-wise.
Like all cats came from like this big cat. So African wildcat is like all the cats.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Like, not literally because the African wildcat itself isn't everywhere, but that's the one that's the widespread.
Well, yeah, it's just wild because of how many different types of cats there are, and they all came from this one wildcat.
Yeah, and so they're almost like a tabbed striped is what they call it, I think.
Yeah. I think like I can kind of picture this cat in my head.
Exactly. And cats kind of ended up naturally kind of building up their own fur styles and stuff like that just because the same way the dogs worked.
Like where they lived.
Different
their
breeding
environment.
happening and stuff like that. So something that funny had happened when we were learning about the domestication of cats was there's this island under Turkey and above Africa. I think it's Kabul is the name of it.
Kabul?
I'm like pretty positive that's how you say it. So they had found like all this history of cats there, but they're like, it's on a fucking island. Like, cats don't like water. They didn't swim there.
Right.
People didn't have boats. Like, what are these cats doing there? So what they had came through Africa and had ended up in Turkey, and then somehow people had gotten them down to the island. So when they had found that out, they were like, holy shit, like cats have been following humans around for way longer than we had thought previously. So backing up, what had happened was these cats had, like I said, had started kind of finding our farms and living off of our pest.
Right.
And we were like, oh shit, that's
Right.
perfect.
It's a perfect.
So we started like
relationship.
kind of like
Yeah.
not forcing them, but kind of encouraging more cats to be around our growth.
Just
our
gotta
plants
put a
and
little
stuff.
fillet out. You know.
Yeah, literally,
Fucking-
just throw something dead.
Gotta open. What's a nice can of wet cat
Tuna?
food called?
Tuna.
You know, just
Fancy
open up
feast.
Fancy feast. Gotta put some fancy feast on the edge of the field. It's like a fucking call to the cats in the area. You know.
Caveman can't find a can opener. He's like, oh, fancy feast. Yeah, trying to get the fancy feast open.
Speaking of like how old they were, and you were like, "Oh, well, they didn't force them." I'm sure they were like encouraging them. I'm sure people 10,000 years ago were not that gentle.
No, they
Right.
probably strangled a couple cute cats on accident.
They were like, "Fuck, you breed. I need more."
So soft. So soft.
Easy, Lenny.
So yeah, we're hanging out with cats and dogs pretty early. That's were the OGs for us.
Some things never change.
But we ended up moving into
I 100% expected that story, by the way.
what is it? The cats?
Just cats in
Yeah,
general.
cats did literally exactly what cats are supposed to do.
Yeah, just follow us around and kind of make themselves useful on accident.
See, I
They actually
almost-
don't really have a use besides.
I would have figured
Pest.
that humans
Companionship.
forced it. Just because I'm sure if a cat could choose, it would want to be a big cat.
I mean,
Probably.
probably, but
Well, these African wildcats aren't big. They're not big cats.
yeah,
No, but
and you got to think too,
I mean, how
like
big
when
are
they
we
start
talking?
following us
Like literally,
around.
like probably like an inch difference than regular cats.
they're that big.
the
No,
only
no, like they're not that big.
Like, yeah, they're that big, like the size of a house.
Like
cat.
yeah, they're still small themselves.
and
Like they're not coming from lions. Those are just different, straight
Well,
up.
whenever you say
different.
wildcat, I thought of a big.
No,
cat.
it's literally called the African wildcat.
even a
Yeah.
bobcat is the size of like a Maine Coon.
Yeah, they're not huge.
a bobcat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
A bobcat.
or like a snow leopard. It's like
Mm-hmm.
probably 1.5 times the size of a
Dude,
Maine Coon.
Cheetahs are big and they still weigh like less than 100 pounds.
Right.
And they're a big cat. Lions are like the peak of like large.
But anyways,
cats.
I wanted to make a point. The only reason that they've gotten smaller, like they evolved to that because they have to work less hard. It's like an animal's tools evolve to survive, right? When that animal doesn't have to fight to survive anymore, they're gonna get smaller.
It's also the goldfish concept of where if these cats are staying around humans, they're probably in smaller spaces. So
Yeah.
they don't need their body to have bigger bodies.
And if you're the cuter you are, the more your species survives because humans are gonna like you more,
Bingo.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there it is.
And then I look at it and tell, I'm like, man, I bet you wish you were big out and like just up in a tree waiting for something to come by. And
Oh,
you just
100%.
pounce
Well,
down.
I wish that for myself.
100%.
I wish I was a big cat, just on the hunt.
I don't know. I think I'd want to be a big dog.
No, I get no respect.
No respect?
They just tell me what to do all the time. They'd be like, "Go sit," and I'll be like, "Fuck it, I guess I'll go sit."
I'm gonna go sit, but because I want to.
But like as a dog, you've got to have like a purpose, you know? Like you've got to have.
I mean, technically not.
Well, dogs get in the way though. Cats are smart
think-
only not be
can I
in the
just
way.
say this
The only
before we get
reason
too deep?
dogs have commands is to like keep them out of the way.
I will say, I think all pets get in the way.
I don't know. Cats are less bad.
I don't know, man. I've
No, I
had my
agree.
cat get on the desk, and I'm like, "Come on, dude, get down." Like you're in the way right now,
Even
literally.
if your cat gets lost, it's in the way. Gotta
And they
find it.
pee in a spot that you provide,
There you go.
Yeah.
which
You
is insane.
Clean up their shit.
Dude, they're just a little smarter is all.
They've got us wrapped around their little paws.
They really do.
Not me.
Yes.
Not you, huh?
Yes, you.
Not you, huh?
Specifically.
All right. Do you want me to pull up Butters and see if that changes your mind?
pull up Butters?
Literally,
Let's pull up Butters.
I've.
Of course, there's nobody watching right now. Oh my god, my heart.
Here's my thing about the pets, is of course, we all love pets.
Oh my God, there's Entei and Butters.
Look at them.
It's a black
They're
cat and a
beautiful.
tuxedo cat.
So
Listen, I love them to death. Like, I would murder a human over these two cats. However, pets,
I would die for
pets just get in the way of life.
I mean, yeah, but cats are less bad than dogs.
No.
Because, like, a dog, you have to let them outside. Like, you got to be home to do that. I can leave my cats at home for, like, 3 days straight, and they'll be just fine.
When you can leave your dog inside, you're just going to have a mess to clean up.
No, that dog is going to do more than just piss on the carpet. That
I
dog
know,
is going to
it's-
go
You're going to have a
nuts.
big mess to clean up.
That's what I'm saying. You're just proving my point.
That they get in
Cats
the way.
are a little bit easier.
I mean, I don't think that's a hot take. I think everyone knows a cat's a lot easier to take care of than a dog.
That was the point you were arguing me
No, I said
on.
all pets get in the way. Then you said dogs more than cats.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
I mean, I'd say the only pet that doesn't get in the way is a goldfish.
You guys want to talk about goldfish?
But
I
even
mean-
then, you gotta sprinkle in the food.
The only reason the goldfish isn't in the way is because, like, if it dies, you're like, get a new one.
Jesus.
They don't even clean out the bowl.
Poor little bastards. Fish are actually really hard to maintain because they're so easy to let go.
Forget about them.
What do you mean? Oh, to not take care of them and
Right.
then shit goes to shit.
Because it's not an everyday thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
They don't make noise, or you don't see them. Like
they
by
can't
your
whine.
shoes,
They
or-
can't whine. They can't.
They can jump out, I guess. If
They don't
you have
show
a
you
loose-
emotion. Like,
They do give you little.
You literally
kisses.
just go off of like the cleanliness of the tank.
right. That's it. That is it. And you
So-
can put fish in the tank to take care of that, too.
Yeah, literally, you just use another fish to do the job.
Right.
I
Or
agree.
you're a corporation when you own a fish tank, is what you are.
Yeah.
You're fucking Jeff Bezos. You fish shows.
Well, I'm about to have a fish tank, so hopefully I
It's not
become
bad.
Jeff
It's worth
Bezos.
having.
I'm excited to see you do that because I think you'll put some cool stuff in there. But you said that it's coming with fish, right?
Like a couple frogs and a snake.
A couple frogs
And
and
not
a
a snake. No, shark.
I was about to say you're gonna get a snake,
No.
brother.
Can you get a water snake as a pet?
I wouldn't recommend it.
I think that
They're usually venomous.
Cool, yeah.
That'd be sick though. Just
They're
don't
usually rear
ever,
fang though.
Ever open it. Let it eat the fish.
Oh, Jesus.
It's usually a rear fanged venomous snake though, so
Yeah.
it's not as bad. But like they don't. But like a snake is amphibious though, so like you would have to have like a whole like ground plus pool thing going on.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't know if you can just like keep them in like a 50-gallon tank or whatever the case may be. Like you're gonna have to have a.
No. It's basically an eel at that point.
I have had a frog that I kept. It was literally an only water frog. Like it swam only,
Yeah.
which kind of weird because it had arms and legs. Like, the fuck are those for?
Weird.
I ain't a
Arms and
frog.
legs.
Well, you probably could
I
go
need
on
legs
land.
and legs, but they kind of look
Are
like
you
arms.
asking why frogs have arms and legs?
I mean, legs and legs.
Wait.
Why do frogs have legs and legs?
Why do we have legs and legs?
No, we have arms and legs.
What's the difference?
I don't know what the difference is, to be honest.
They're the same.
We don't
Your
walk
elbows
on
are
'em,
your
I guess?
Knees, your hands are your feet.
I mean,
Forearms are your shins.
do you consider a dog's front legs to be arms?
See, now this is a debate of like if you were to put jeans on a pet or on a dog, would they just stop at the bottom legs or would they cover up all four legs?
Damn.
I think that's however you want to do it, really.
Nah, I can't have that. Don't. You're sitting on the fence.
I don't know, dude.
I know.
I think they're just all legs. I
think
think
it's
if we
all
had to
legs.
do it, I think their mouth is their arms. If you're comparing them to a human, because they pick things up with their mouth.
Okay.
I mean, like
No, what's their mouth?
a mouth arm. It's a mouth hand. All right, go on, James. go
Okay. I was gonna tell you guys, if you guys were curious about the domestication of fish.
on. Oh yeah, actually.
Actually, not much really happened there. Besides, we had gotten them and set them up for food.
But hold on. Are fish really domesticated though?
Now this is its own conversation.
Okay. All right.
This kind of flows with some of the exotic animals that are considered pets. It's the concept of, are they tamed or are they actually domesticated? There's like a difference.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So what we did was we literally were farming fish, and some people were like, actually, I want to keep the fish just so I can like have it. Like, I don't want to eat it. I just want to kind of have it. It mostly happened because of goldfish and betta fish, because betta fish are so pretty with their gradient fins.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the fish were pretty simple. So something else that actually went through that same path with us was...
Oh, wait, can I... do you remember when this happened? Like, whenever, like...
No, I don't have a timestamp. It's a while ago,
I'm just saying, like, the group of people are probably, like, starving and, like, we're ready to eat. And they're like, I actually want to keep mine. You're not eating tonight. You can keep it, but you're just not eating. And he's like, okay, that's fine.
But Mommy, look how cute it is.
Look at them big-ass eyes. Nice fucking fish.
Look at how cute the goldfish is. I bet that is not much food right there. I bet it'd be disgusting,
Wait,
too.
isn't it like a koi fish size, probably?
What? A betta fish?
Yeah.
Betta fish can get very big, yeah.
Very big?
Can they really?
But they are not normal. Like, not most of them aren't, but it's same like goldfish. Give them a big enough pond.
Yeah, goldfish can get, like...
Goldfish naturally aren't that big, but you can have a giant fucking goldfish.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I was explaining earlier. Is like based off of their habitat, they can be way bigger.
Look at this guy.
And I'm in
He
the
thinks he's
camp.
a fucking comedian. Tame the comments section.
You can't.
That's not a good joke.
It's not domesticated nor tamed. It's only wild in there.
Come on.
Shelly Belly said her betta fish used to constantly try to off itself.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a little bit smarter and aggressive than the other ones.
I'm just in the camp that I assume every animal back in the day was just a lot bigger
Yeah.
than what it used to be. So whenever I'm thinking of a goldfish 10,000 years ago, I'm assuming
Damn.
koi fish size.
But it's kind of the opposite of humans. Humans have evolved to be bigger.
Well, because we're going to
More
slowly
nutrients.
turn into... Yeah, it is because of like what we put in our bodies, but we're
Right.
just going to turn into like bald aliens. We're all going to look the same. We're all going to do the same things. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, you also think about it though. Is like if you think about like koi fish.
I think
and
we'll be
dogs,
dead before then.
Those are all kinds of different stuff.
Do what?
You think about dogs and koi fish, and
Yeah.
the more we breeded them, the less they look the same.
I mean, yeah, but if we just start breeding with each other.
What's the difference? What's the difference between like us breeding? Well, not me and you, but like me and somebody else breeding.
I was about to say, bro, you're not going to have a baby if that's what you're looking
It just
for.
doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. And then you take the fish that look, because koi fish, they're supposed to not look neat. They have a snowflake concept to them.
That they're all different.
Right.
Like designs on them.
Right.
Gotcha.
Humans are kind of
We're
interesting, and the pets that we have are kind of interesting because it's not the fittest that survives. Does that make sense? Like, imagine if we were kind of still wild, right? Imagine if we didn't have the resources that we do. Our whole physique would be completely different.
for sure.
Because right now we need a very minimum amount of features to survive.
Yeah. You don't have to like do anything like physical either to like
No.
get your food or anything like that.
No, not at all. I mean, actually,
Like quarantine was
fittest
big.
at this point could just be brain. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's like that is like the thing between like physical versus brain power.
Right.
You can be super fit physically, but then just be a big old dum-dum. You can be a genius, but then you can't carry a case of beer.
and then we have the cats that are just loafs on the couch.
No.
They've evolved to be this way.
So your more point, they just get in the
They're
way.
super chill.
Get a job.
Get a cat
Get
job.
a fucking job, dude. All right, sorry, James. I didn't mean to cut you off again.
Oh, you're good. I was also gonna say is that a simple path that happened with the fish was the guinea pig. So
Wait.
the guinea,
Fish to guinea pig.
trust me, you'll follow me here. So what we did with the guinea pig is we were using them as farm. Oh, it's in the name, guinea pig. They were literally used like pigs. We fed the shit out of them, and then we'd eat them. That was all that they were.
Okay.
And that was in South America.
All right.
During the colonization of South America from Europe, they would find these guinea pigs. They had never seen them. They were exotic to them. So what they started doing was taking some of them back to Europe to have as exotic pets for their families.
Interesting.
And what back then, they used to use the word guinea to represent something very far away. So,
Oh no.
yeah.
Are we talking
What?
about specific?
A guinea pig?
No, the word guinea.
I think that's kind of it turned into a racial slur at some point, I think.
Yeah, is
right?
that what you're referring to?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
okay.
a guinea is like. I just know that back in the day, that was like a racial thing.
I
Like,
didn't
you
know
fucking
about-
guinea.
Yeah, I
like,
think
yeah.
it's for Italians.
Oh yeah.
Are you
specific.
guys talking about
Like you cannot call
the
Italian.
gypsy?
No, guinea.
Gypsy's different.
Gypsy's
Gypsy's different. It's similar in concept.
That's
but
also
it's different.
But being called a guinea could be what you're about to refer to and why it's looked bad.
Right.
No, I don't know.
No.
Fucking
I didn't know
guinea
any connection to
pigs.
that. It has nothing to do with the country of Guinea either. Just
Thank God.
letting you know that also. But yeah. And so guinea pigs became exotic pets for Europeans.
Fish can't feel, Mackie. They don't have a nervous system.
Brick. Damn. Then that's a fact. I hope
I'm waiting to hear what Alec has to say about this.
maybe they got emotional feelings.
I made that up, to be honest. So.
I was going to say, I was like, I think. I
But,
remember
like,
dissecting a fish.
Every time that I've butchered a fish, the fish was just like, "What's up, dude?" I was like, "I'm hurting you. I don't understand."
Scary movie.
Cry.
And they don't stop living, dude. They're the weirdest things in the world. Like, have you ever been frog gigging?
Yes.
Frog gigging?
You have?
Mhm.
Isn't it the wildest experience trying to cook
It's
them?
very. I've never cooked. I've never been successful.
Oh.
But yeah, me and Bishop actually went, and it's pretty primal.
It's not hard.
No, it's not hard, but just whenever I just think of like a small frog, and then like a harpoon thrown by a human just
Oh,
gets
man,
it.
but the ones that we catch are like this big, dude. Like they're like that big.
That's a
And the
big
legs
frog.
on them are like that. In West Virginia, you just go find a pond in the middle of the woods. You shine a light in it, you see their eyes, and you just throw a fucking spear, try to get it.
Yeah.
And you usually get it, and like you'll come back home with like a bag of like 20 of them. But like they've just been speared, and that bag is like popping. You know what I'm
man.
saying? And so when you
All
get
the
back,
juice.
you have to like pull them out, and you have to like. I mean, even as a kid, I was like, "This is fucked." I was like, "This sucks." Trying to get their legs off and kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to try to kill them first, quick. So you'd think you take a knife and you'd stick it right in their back. No, they're still going. Cut their head off, still going.
Jesus.
Dude, they're insane.
Or like a chicken.
They're
Just
insane. I mean, it's just nuts. But go on. Sorry.
Speaking of chicken, that's our most domesticated bird.
Chicken.
Humans.
Chicken?
Chickens
Really?
aren't birds.
Humans most domesticated
Chicken
bird.
is a bird, dude.
How the fuck? Bro, it's got a beak and feathers and fucking little
Wings.
claw ass feet.
Can
And
it
it
fly?
lays eggs. Yes, chickens can fly.
Fly away then, chicken.
Fly
But
away, pony boy.
we've made them so fat that they can't fly.
Dude, they are obese.
Dude, they're
The
thick.
chicken's eating chicken at this point.
They're thick, dude. They get through McDonald's for a 10-piece.
Have you seen any nuggets on this chicken?
But yeah, chickens are fucking. We did that to them.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
they used to look like, fucking
Dodo
ostriches.
birds.
Chickens come from dodo birds.
No, I don't think so.
Dodo birds were extinct, right?
Yeah, they're long gone.
still
No,
here.
actually, wasn't
They're
that the
still here.
longest standing bird? Yeah, isn't the
Yeah,
dodo
it's
bird still
here, I'm
around?
pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think
No,
there's
it's
like,
not.
There's like 15 left.
No, there's not.
Dude,
I saw one on
Dodos
Bob's
are
Burgers.
dead birds.
I saw one on Bob's Burgers.
Bob who?
Are you calling?
Bob
Are you
Burgers
calling
who?
Bob the liar?
I don't know Bob Burgers. It's a funny show though.
I'm gonna need another one. Hey.
Let me see that whiteboard. I think I've covered everything history wise. Specifics. Yeah, let's jump into the exotic. Let's go ahead and do that.
I get heated about it too.
Let's
by
get
the way,
hot. It's gonna get hot.
Why?
So there's a
Erratic.
controversy of what's going on with exotic pets, in the sense that are they actually? Because when you have cats and dogs,
Wait, can
Like-
you explain what an exotic pet is?
yeah. So anything that is not domesticated. Domesticated representing things that use humans for their existence.
Okay, so these are independent like animals.
Like if you think about a stray cat, that cat you do not want in your house, but it is still a domesticated cat
right.
because it is living off of
It
human
depends on us.
scraps and shit like that.
What about a cat that lives in a barn?
Domesticated cat. Birds pigeons pigeons in a city, domesticated. Though they were not sitting there directly feeding them ourselves, but they're living off of the environment that the humans have created.
I don't like this term
why not?
because I feel like we all just live off of our environments.
But we created that environment,
Yeah,
so
So,
we
like,
ourselves are
It's
domesticated.
a difference
upon
between
ourselves.
ecosystem.
but like a stray cat. What if a stray cat is only eating mice?
It's not. Well, the mice are there because we're here.
See,
They're
then it's just a big
domesticated.
cycle. It
they're-
could all lead back to us in a way.
No, not at all. I mean, like if you go out in the woods, like that squirrel isn't there because we're here. It's
But it
living
could
off
be
it's living off the nuts that, are
we
in
planted
the trees.
But we planted those trees.
No, we didn't. Don't lie to
could've.
yourself.
Don't
What do you mean? We plant trees all the time.
No, well, but you're making it a cycle.
See,
It's not a cycle.
that's why I don't like it. Is I can do that to it, so I do not like it because I shouldn't be able to do it.
Okay, then what about the ocean?
I didn't put it there.
Well, okay, can we put it there?
No, it cannot. But go ahead.
All right.
Sorry, I don't know.
So we look at exotic pets. We look at spiders, mostly, pretty much all insects for the most part. Snakes. Any overly large animal. Lions, gorillas. I don't know. Name a large animal. Hippopotamus,
Hippopotamus,
giraffe,
elephant,
elephant, tiger.
tiger.
Bosh of jellyfish.
So we've got all these exotic animals. We can go on. Dodo
Right.
bird,
Octopus.
octopus.
Octopuses.
So what do you guys think?
That's 8 pussies, dude.
You're an exotic pet owner. Wait a minute. Did you
Sorry,
just talk
octopi.
about 8 octopuses?
I'm sorry. We didn't know we were in the room. Okay. So,
Because I was listening as soon as that happened. All right. So you have exotic pets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So defend why you think we should be able to have exotic pets.
I don't.
You do not think we should.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite.
So what's the problem here?
so why do you have them? Rescue.
I like
right?
them. It's selfish.
Okay.
I mean, that's so. I mean, I wish I could defend the exotic reptile industry. I really do. But you know, my snakes are healthy and happy, and if you were to release them out into the wild, they wouldn't necessarily survive. They're pretty dependent on me.
Why do you think they're happy?
I can tell by their body language when they're unhappy and happy. So like if they're moving, like No, I really can. I really can. I mean, I sit there and watch them all day, dude. If they're hiding and happy and fed, they won't do much. They just chill, and that's what snakes do in nature, right? But when they're out and they're foraging, they're uncomfortable, they're looking for water, they're looking for food, they'll do that in their cages.
Get antsy.
And I take care of them.
Well, that just means that they're hungry and thirsty?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that they're unhappy necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know about their happiness level, but I know that if you had to gauge a reptile's happiness level with you, right, you would judge that on, do they have everything that they need, and are they resting?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I do. Do I think that I should have my snakes? No.
But it's
Not
like
really.
the point of no return now.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't re-release your snakes.
Yeah, and I mean, if I gave them to somebody else, who knows what they're going to
Austin.
do with them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like I have these 3. I'm going to raise them and do my thing with them. And I'll probably be done after that. Maybe.
You're going to be an Exotics Anonymous and be like, I got 3 more. I cracked.
Because they live for a really long time if you take care of them right. That's the thing with snakes. They're actually a 10 to 20 year pet.
Yeah.
Depending on the breed. And, as long as you don't make them obese or, not give them water, I guess, they'll live a really, really long time. So, I've got my snakes for a while.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You're in there.
That's why I'm not collecting.
That's, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't have it in me to give them to somebody else because I love them too much. And it's not like I can release them in fucking Ohio.
Not a python.
They're not going to survive.
So let me help you out.
They're a warm-blooded animal.
So-
We all die one
you're
way
not
anyway.
doing it that way. So I'm gonna tell you this story about a pet, and maybe this will flip your opinion, maybe not.
All right.
So in Cambodia, this is just here recently. I've watched some videos of it. When this family in Cambodia, this mom had this dream about this snake who was gonna save her whole family, and she ended up finding a little snake like relatively soon after that inside their home, and they had a little boy who was just like a real little kid, probably like a year younger or something, and he liked the snake, and they're like, well, we'll keep it, like it's just like a little tiny snake, no big deal. Well, eventually they found out like it's a python, it's a big ass fucking snake, but it had a full-blown relationship with this kid where they like cuddle, they roll around, he'll get on the python and ride it, like just full-blown, like these are buddies, and this happened for years.
Wait, he would ride it?
Wait,
Literally. I watched a video of it, swear on my life. This is very real.
It was an anaconda, wasn't it?
No.
I bet it
ain't that
was.
big. It ain't that big.
Oh, come on now. Snakes don't get big enough to ride them.
He's a kid.
Yeah, I understand that, but even a toddler size can't ride a fucking...
That's why I fucking seen it.
Hey, you saw on the internet.
It was
didn't
probably
ya?
an anaconda. They're really smart.
Okay. I believe it.
Could have been robotic.
I didn't think it was. I thought it was a python, but it might be an anaconda. So,
An anaconda is a python.
okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes
It's
sense.
a constrictor.
Gotcha. Okay, it all comes together. So, they had a relationship, and they kept the snake for like years, and it was a part of their family, and it wasn't kept in a cage. It kind of just roamed around their house, and it got to a point where people were like visiting just to see this relationship between him and this boy.
Yeah, I saw.
And it became a tourist problem, and then they think that caused the snake to become like more and more agitated because people are starting to like surround the snake, and then it ended up like biting the boy one day. Had to get rid of it. And it fucking depressed the kid. He was like, dude, that was literally like I was
His best
pals with this
friend.
fucking fucking snake.
Well,
And
maybe the snake just grew up and was like, what am I even doing here? This
well,
is horrible.
no.
You also got to think is like if that snake was in a bad mood, it doesn't have any way of expressing itself, so it's gonna bite.
Well, they do. They blow air, but like, you can. No, they do.
That's pretty funny.
They
They
do.
breathe.
They blow air hard. Like it'll light up a
Like
room.
a fucking like disappointed father.
Yeah.
literally.
The kid wants a ride.
So funny thing about people surrounding them. Yes, everybody's presence around it probably agitated it, but do you know what probably agitated it more? Because I think I know what you're talking about, because it kind of looks like the videos from it was in like probably like Indonesia or somewhere like that.
Cambodia.
It was Cambodia?
Yeah.
Okay. So not a lot of reflections there, right?
No.
Yeah. So snakes don't like reflections. They don't like lights.
Ah.
Okay, so like so it's a big thing in cages. People use these like cheap plastics to build cages.
Right.
The snake can see reflections from lights. In glass, that's why I painted Ava's cage. I only wanted the front to be glass, and I wanted everything else to be.
I wonder if it hits their eyes weird or something. It confuses them.
They just don't like it. Like if you have a camera in their face, they don't like that. They don't like that phone. Yeah.
I wonder if it's a lack of them. It's got to be a lack of them understanding it's themselves, for one.
No, I mean I think it's
It
just
could
bright.
Just be any type of light.
Yeah, I think
Be
it's
like-
just them
So it's not just reflections. It's just anything
that they can't like
I
add a heat signature to is probably what it is.
I think that's why you don't see snakes just chilling, like out and about. They're usually like hidden under something.
it's just too bright.
Yeah,
They're
they
hungover
just
always.
And they're like, oh.
they like to feel safe. Like they're the most scared animal ever. Like they are incredibly
They don't got
scared.
arms or legs.
You're right.
They're
like,
defenseless.
come on now.
No, they're doing just fine.
Now anacondas are a little weird though, because an anaconda is like the only constrictor that, like, say you grab its tail, it can get you at that point, because its neck can turn like that.
Oh, there's a joint.
Yeah, and it can come back. That's why they're so horrifying.
Because other snakes, they're kind of stuck with their body.
Right, like they have to turn all the way around. But anacondas, like, you'll just grab it, and then all of a sudden it'll just be like, pah! Like, they're fucking horrifying, dude.
touching me?
Yeah, anacondas are really cool. I would never keep one myself.
So you think if you were able to have like a setup, like if you had like this crazy house and you were able to have a set up room
I might get one.
to
yeah.
where you could have a snake that could roam freely, do you think that wouldn't be as bad, you know?
Yeah, I would probably do that.
And you could hang out with it and like walk
the-
around it
But the problem is
like a greenhouse just for a snake.
but the problem
can
is
you do
like
that, though?
it really would eat the cats.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, I think it would also attack you if you just walked in.
No, I mean,
But if you had
can-
it as a baby,
you can tell.
Maybe.
You train them. You train them.
Yeah, but you see those videos of like people feeding snakes.
No.
They are like they don't even get.
But
even
Hank, that's when you're
risk it.
feeding them. You got to understand, like, this is an animal. This is an animal that will eat whenever it can.
Yeah.
It doesn't eat. It doesn't stop eating when it's full. Right? That's why so many of them are obese, and you see those big snakes like that.
Why is it so hard to feed a snake then?
It's not hard to feed a snake.
No, I remember like you were like, I can't get like Ava to eat.
Okay, so ball pythons are a little bit different.
Also in Road Trip, they have a snake in that movie, and he trying to get it to eat, and he just can't get it to eat. God, I know it's a movie, and it's
So
Facts.
sometimes when they're out of their natural environment, they have a tough time eating. They're stressed out. They don't know if they're safe to eat that meal, right? Ava, I'm pretty sure, was going through like heat or something. I don't know. It took like a whole fucking year for her to eat. That was stressful. I didn't like it. And I mean, even to this day, if I like eat, Ava eats every week now. But if I was to move her cage from one room to another, she wouldn't eat for 3 months. It takes her that long just to adjust to her surroundings.
I mean, all of her cage is fully blacked out.
Right, but I mean, that doesn't matter. Just the fact of her being picked up and moved. That's why I don't let people hold her anymore. Because I'd rather her eat than people hold her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
Snakes are weird.
They are weird. Now, Artemis, on the other fucking hand, she'll eat anything you put in the cage. I call her my garbage disposal. You know, like say Ava doesn't eat on an off week, or, you know, my corn snake doesn't eat. I just throw whatever in there. She'll grab it. And
Go for it.
Dude, she'll. I mean, she tries to eat me. You know what I mean? Like, I just walk by the cage and she's looking at me like I'm food, and I'm like, God damn it, stop it.
Eat that whole thing.
That's why an anaconda, it will eat you if you walk into that room.
No, it won't eat you. It's not capable of doing that, Hank.
I think it can.
It can't.
Look it up. Look at the
What do
last
you
time
mean? Look it
The
up.
last time an anaconda ate
A
someone.
wild anaconda.
Eating someone?
A wild anaconda. Think about that. That is a wild snake. We
Yeah.
have domesticated snakes. Well, they're not domesticated, but they're
Let's see.
tame snakes.
Tame snakes.
We have tame snakes.
Alec.
They're not as big. They're not as big. And they're not capable of doing that. And the owners know what to do if they latch onto them.
Also, we're not even done. Like, you got to think about how long we've been keeping snakes.
Right.
Like, it hasn't been 30,000 years like it has been with wolves that turned into dogs. Like, maybe here in, like, 15,000 years, snakes fucking be able to chill out with us.
But is it good for everything just to become chill?
Why not?
I don't know. I have no clue.
No, this
I
is
really
going
don't.
To, everything's getting so soft.
It's so squishy, these assholes.
Everyone's just friends now, huh? Oh, everyone get along.
Everybody
World
kiss,
peace.
kiss, smooch, smooch.
Everyone's
kissing.
a winner, huh?
Here's your trophy. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you want to have an exotic pet, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing based off of how you get it and what you do with it.
There's some monitors that are like dogs.
Monitors?
Yeah.
You talking about PC monitors?
No.
My
no.
brain, bro.
Lizards. Lizards. Lizards.
Oh, yeah.
So like a tegu. Look them up when you get some free time. You have to have a really big.
Yeah, they have like leashes and stuff. And
Oh yeah, dude, they're nuts. They're so cool. Or iguanas.
Mm-hmm.
Now iguanas do have some temper tantrums. We get a little scary, but like there's some lizards out there that are just incredibly intelligent, and you can actually just kind of keep them in your backyard if you're in California. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of. It's kind of like a turtle, you know what I mean?
Great.
This is what I'm wondering is if these tegus even want to be tamed.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
they
do they
follow their
want-
owners around.
Yeah,
and,
but is that because
you know?
they're kind of like forced to? They're like, oh well, I guess I'm kind of a slave now, so I gotta do what this.
I mean, do
I don't
you want to
think
be
that
a
they're
slave to
being-
society?
I don't think the
You know?
brain goes that far. I think to them it's like, am I eating? Yes. Am I comfortable? Yes.
do I
And
miss
that-
being outside and having free roam to run anywhere I want to go, or
Maybe.
No.
do I miss my family? Do I miss my friends?
They don't have friends, dude.
I mean,
I
I
don't know.
imagine like a lizard. No, I feel like a lizard does not give a fuck because lizards, like, if you watch them, majority of the time, well, if we're speaking about like an iguana, they just kind of like slowly trot around. They don't really do much in comparison to like, I don't know, something that. Oh, dude, there is one exotic animal that somebody had a alligator. They had gotten him when he was really little. And they had kept him majority of his life, and he was fine. He lived in the house. They fed him and everything. He ended up getting onto like the internet. It ended up becoming popular, and I can't remember which country it is, but either way, that type of alligator just happened to be protected. And they came and took it from the family.
No.
Even though he didn't do anything wrong, they just came and took him from the family. They said, you can't own him.
They're actually doing that with a lot of exotic snakes right now, specifically venomous ones. They're taking from owners right now.
They know best, huh?
Do they want
Right.
to extract the venom?
No, I mean, they're just saying that people can't keep them.
Yeah.
Why?
See, they put him into an alligator.
See, this is why I can't stand this pecking order of like, I want to own it. No, I'm going to actually own it from you because you're not doing it correctly.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, can we just let everyone just be free again? Like, what is going... I can't wait for the day that aliens come and slave us. And then we're going to be like, oh, it's not so bad. You know, they feed us, they water us. But yeah, we get fucking shot in the back of the head if we try to go outside to go look at a stop sign. Jesus.
Some other like creature from another planet's gonna be like, dude, can't have these.
Yeah, they're like, let's go take these. They're going extinct.
I was like, I was on Mars last week.
And you know what I learned? This is an endangered species. We have to take them from you. Which is funny because like if it's endangered, then like why is it in somebody's house?
Yeah.
Like that snake, like that animal isn't gonna obviously survive in the fucking wild anymore. They're probably breeding it to make more because if it's endangered, you best bet your fucking bottom dollar it's expensive.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Jesus.
Yeah, that was the crazy thing is they just put him into a reserve, and all I hear is zoo.
Yeah.
They just zooed him,
Yeah. 100%.
and I'm like, he was fine with that family. If he had made it that long, and like there's videos of it. That was another one I got to see videos of him. He was really cool. They would just fucking throw him a whole ass fish. Now they said that it cost them a like insane amount of money to keep that thing because they would have to feed him like 20,000 fish like a week or something stupid, crazy numbers.
So no one came and picked it up. That's like, we're going to have to let
The
this
dad
alligator go because it's costing us a fortune.
It's like he's not even paying rent.
Every time I see a Burmese python, which if you didn't know, I have a Burmese python. So it's the second biggest python in the world. And every time I see one at a zoo, I'm like, you were owned by somebody, weren't you? I'm like, they gave you up, didn't they? Like, you poor thing. But like it's always this super obese Burmese python. Like that's the thing with those animals. They'll get as big as you feed them.
Wow.
Do they need that to survive? No.
Well, see, I'm wondering if they do get depressed just being in like in a closed cage, and they're just like, this isn't even my first owner, so I'm already freaking sad about that. And
I mean, in the zoo, they usually look pretty happy. I mean, they don't really move much. You know
I feel
what I'm
like
saying?
zoo is like hurtful for some animals. I feel like some animals literally don't give a shit.
My Burmese python right now needs a bigger cage. I'm aware of that. Goddamn, if the girl poops or pees, it's like half the fucking cage taken up by it. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like on it like twice a week. But, you know, I'm raising some funds right now to get a big like 8 foot by 4 by 5 cage. So it's basically going to take up like an entire side of a wall.
that's a wall, yeah.
And just set up a whole little ecosystem in there for her.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
You should put a chair in there, not for like people to actually sit in, but just like show what it would look like if she was out, you know?
Yeah, you should get like a can of beer and then like a case of beer.
Yeah,
and
glue
then
like
a chair.
Glue like an empty can. Like, yeah, make it a whole setting. So that like if somebody was like drunk and not paying attention one night and they just like the lights are off and they think that there's a snake in the room with them, they're
Shit,
like,
an extra beer.
yeah. What's this glass doing here? Open it up.
You should just kidnap someone, just put them in there.
I tell you, she's the most active fucking snake I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Like if I open the cage, I have to like back up 2 feet and like make her realize I'm not food right now. Stop it. And I gotta like tap her a few times with my stick. I'm like, get back, get back, you monster, get back,
foul
get back.
beast.
Actually, you know what? While I'm talking about her, I'll probably throw
What
her
up,
up here.
Cyber Honey?
Hey, Cyber Honey. Hello.
Oh, did you make it home, Cyber Honey?
Good.
Cyber Honey.
What else we got?
Oh,
see
wait,
the
no,
whiteboard again?
that's... never mind. I got them mixed up again.
Ooh, deadly.
The deadliest animals.
The deadly pets.
There they are.
The pets that turned on their freaking fam.
There she is. There's my
The ones
2-year-old.
that we shouldn't have kept.
Year and a
What?
half. 2 years.
I hear Rex on the other side of the wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right here. And then as soon as you said deadly pet's the one we shouldn't keep, Rex is about to punch the wall.
So, let's talk about these pets that weren't very friendly.
Oh, okay.
The pets that fucked us.
That fucked us.
Mr. Handsy.
No, not the.
Are we talking about dolphins?
We're
right
not
now?
talking two-toed Tom.
Are we talking like rape
Horse.
level?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, we got bump. So, as you guys may or may not know, a hippopotamus is damn dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, they kill
Yeah.
more people than, like, sharks and lions and all these animals combined.
Because they're incredibly territorial, right?
I
Yeah.
just hate that stat. That they kill more people than sharks.
Why?
Everybody loves that stat.
Well, no, it's just because, like, we interact with hippos more than we would with sharks.
Do we though, Hank?
You have to go in the middle of the freaking ocean to
You
get a
don't.
shark.
Dude,
Middle
they will
of the
attack you
ocean?
in,
Okay,
like,
not
3
the
feet,
middle
4
of the
feet of water.
ocean. But you're talking about the perimeter of something versus
I would.
the inside of
I
it.
disagree with you so much right now.
Well, you can look up human encounters versus sharks and human encounters with hippos. It is hippos, but go ahead.
Really? You looked that up?
Yeah,
So,
I look it up every morning.
The
8:15
for breakfast. Just...
Yeah, I'm like hippo, shark, hippo, shark.
hungry hippos. So a person had a freaking hippo pet, and he had this hip. It was one of those stories you had it when he was young, so he thought he knew a guy. Next thing he knows,
Things change.
all these years later, that hippo ended up fucking killing him. And everybody told him, they said, "Hey, shouldn't keep a hippo. That thing's a jackass."
How
He
long
didn't
did
listen.
he make it though?
Dude, I think he had the hippo long enough to where it weighed a ton.
Well, that's a success.
Yeah, he did it well.
But
Yeah.
to die for it,
I mean, yeah, but at least it wasn't like a week where it was like,
Yeah,
damn, they were right.
he's like, "Guys, I got a hippo," and they're like, "Oh shit, where did you get that?" This ain't a Johnny Test episode.
Yeah, seriously, where was this?
Like, how did he get away
That's
with
a good
it?
ass question. I don't know the history on that one.
He's like, where the hell you get a hippo?
Like, of course you get killed by a hippo. Dude, hippos are horrifying.
Dude, they
Just horrifying.
Their jaws are like.
Anything about what kills hippos?
God, I think a hippo kills alligators.
No, I think alligators kill hippos.
Oh, dude, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
one,
I'd
dude.
pay to see it.
Yeah, right. Like,
What else? Dude, some rough ones. Talking exotics. So there was this guy in Germany who had every spider you could think of, all these snakes, all these exotics, just piled into his tiny ass apartment.
Jesus, Buffalo Bill?
Yeah.
Job.
Now, I've heard different versions of this story, so I'm assuming that the correct of what happened is that he got bit by one of his black widows.
why was he
Dies.
keeping Black Widow?
Yeah, dude, this dude's a nut. Gets bit by a black widow. A power outage happens while he's dead in his apartment. He's a loner, so nobody knew he was dead. And the power goes out. Cages open up. Oh my God. Finally, cops get called due to smell. And they walk in, and this place is covered in cobwebs. He's being taken over by spiders and snakes. And it's a shit show.
That's a horror movie. That's a horror movie
Absolutely
premise.
bonkers.
He deserved
Yeah.
it.
So there's also a fact that he might have killed himself and let them out.
Because like the power going out doesn't really make sense for all their cages opening. Like this isn't a fucking jail cell. Like they have like manual cages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want like how high tech is this cage where like the power goes off? and,
Yeah,
like,
see, that was, I don't know. See, I agree. That seems weird that could have happened. Especially the odds of it type of
Right,
thing. He just
right.
happened to be dead. Just happened to all the cages just open up. But yeah, so that's pretty wild. I actually
like
had
a
found out
murder.
that there's a 1,000 Ways to Die episode.
Based
off of that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
which they
sick.
twisted it into some goofy ass way,
But
He
uh,
was strapped up by a prostitute.
yeah.
You know
Her
that.
name was Black Widow.
They had some fun with that.
little did she know he had black widows.
And his anaconda don't want none.
Unless you got buns.
We could have wrote for that show.
All right.
So, some other times people got screwed by their pets.
Wait, what do you think happened though? Do you think it was
Like I said, I think he killed himself
You think
and let
he-
him out. Yeah.
Gotcha. And
He
that
probably
order?
let the spider bite him. Because you got to think, if you have all these these things in your apartment, you're going to be a little off.
Right.
And he's like ready to kill himself. He's like, oh, it'd be great to just fucking
Go by my own animals.
take
It would
take
be
a
pretty
venom into the
metal.
veins.
It's pretty metal. Yeah.
It is pretty metal. Dedication, brother.
And then, so yeah, there's times where dogs turn on a guy. They believed he had some type of, died of natural causes and just got eaten by, fucking dogs. And when the cops came, these dogs had became well. Okay, no. I'm getting mixed up. So what had happened was a lady had died and her cats started eating on her. But another story is a guy had not fed his like 9 dogs in like 2 weeks. Got home. As soon as he walked in the door, all of his dogs had like attacked him because they have just gone crazy at this point. And then when the cops came, they found him dead and then 2 of the other dogs dead. And then those dogs attacked the cops. These dogs had just gone crazy. I'm assuming that the dogs probably weren't taken care of that well in the first place.
Right.
They were already mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you have 9 dogs, and then he just happened to forget them for 2 weeks.
9.
Yeah.
See,
Cops got called because his luggage was still out front from when he got back from his trip.
So he literally just walked in the
He
door.
walked in the door and got fucked up. Yeah.
Wow.
See that's
He was like,
bananas.
he was like,
Because most dogs who don't get fed, they just become like super like scared and like are so weak that they can't even like stand
But
up.
if you're
really.
fighting for food, because there was probably food,
I'm wondering,
and then
they
they're
didn't-
bouncing off it, and then they just
They
casually got more aggressive.
They didn't like eat each other.
They did.
Oh, they did.
There was 2 of them dead.
Oh, okay. So there were 7 dogs.
Yeah, there were
Yeah,
7 dogs.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
yeah, they talk to each other and they're like, hey, bananas. Let's
Yeah.
What do you think about killing him when he walks in the door? Fluffy's like, fucking do it, dude.
He's like, I fucking.
I'll get his neck.
I hate Chester.
He walks in the door. Yeah, exactly. Chester. Throat bite immediately. Banana's like, I'll take the legs.
He's just fucking Monty Python.
Fluffy's hyping him up in the background. Yeah, get him, boys. Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Fucking Bruce Buffer. And now.
Another gruesome one. The guy had diabetes, and when you have extreme cases, you can't really feel as much on some of your nerve endings. And he woke up to 3 of his toes chewed off by his dog.
Didn't even notice.
Didn't even notice. He didn't even feel it.
No
I bet
way.
his toes were so tasty too because of all that sugar.
Yeah.
That dog probably had a good time.
Oh, that sugar.
So, our pet's good? Our pet's in the way, Hank?
I mean, here's what I'll say: you shouldn't own anything in life, except
Huh?
women. No, I'm kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. Yeah.
Except women. So
I
are
mean-
women domesticated?
They're tamed.
Why don't you ask Ariana? Grande?
James says that they're tamed. I would argue that men are domesticated.
Men are domesticated for women.
Well,
Yeah.
it depends if you're a beta or an alpha. Are you a soy boy or?
I'm a beta fish. I'm beautiful to look at.
No, you're a jaybird.
I'm Jaybird. You're right.
Yeah,
No,
you're
I'm
Jaybird.
Jayfish now.
J-fish.
Ah, yeah.
I'm Jayfish now. Do not confuse me with Ice JJ Fish.
Well, you shouldn't even tell people that because now.
I'm just making sure. Bring me that whiteboard one more time. Cause I think I got everything. Oh, yeah. Why 18? I'm not answering that question. I don't know what that
No,
means.
I don't know what that means either. Cigar, not faith. Is that what it says?
Wait. So what was the last thing?
You guys have any?
What are you writing on that? What else is on there?
James?
I don't know. I can't see it from here.
You wrote the damn.
No, I did
You
not
wrote the
write
damn
I
bill?
did not write the
That
damn
was my
bill.
Bernie Sanders impression.
You wrote the
He's-
damn bill.
he's
I wrote the
avoiding
damn
it.
bill.
You wrote the damn bill. Do you guys remember or have you guys ever had weird pets? Obviously you just talked about having snakes. Have you ever
Yeah,
had like a lost pet?
that chinchilla.
Oh yeah, Mr. Chin.
The
Yeah.
softest thing I think I've ever touched in my life.
He was a cool dude, but I'll be honest. I mean, we had a really cool setup for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he was happy? I don't think so. I mean, he was super sweet to us and everybody that came over. You know, he would hop around and he would take us dust baths. You know, there was times where he was happy, but there's some times where like he would just be staring at you, and he wouldn't eat his food, or he would like knock it off and protest. You know, and it's just like, I don't know what to give you right now. You know what I mean?
He's like, freedom.
Give me freedom or give me death.
And I mean, he was he lived a really long time. I think he was 20-something years old.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, chinchillas live to be like 20, 30 something.
Dang.
Because my wife had actually adopted him from another person that had died.
So this chinchilla's been just passed down.
Yeah. Yeah, he was an old man. An old man.
That's awesome.
You also had a ferret at one point, yeah?
Yeah, fuck ferrets, dude.
Oh my god.
I can't stand ferrets.
Yeah, I was not a fan of the ferret.
Super cute ferrets. They are. I respect them. Them owners out there, I love that you have them. I will not come to your house.
I do not love that you own them.
Oh, I got a good one for you guys. Birds.
Birds.
They're
One
not
of the
even real.
oldest pets that people have had is actually birds. The parrot. People have
like
owned
the
parrots for
pirates.
thousands of years. Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Wait, what?
Fucking pirates.
Oh yeah.
The very first.
They
But those
love
ones could
ferrets.
fly.
Wow.
Well, we kept fucking pigeons as pets. We would use them as messaging birds.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
we would use them as
pigeons-
couriers.
Weren't pigeons a gift from the French?
Just like pigeons.
Yeah, like with the Statue of Liberty, they were like, "Here's all these pigeons,"
Here's a bunch of fucking pigeons.
and we used to eat them.
Birds are pretty wild. I've never had one.
They brought like a box of 24 piece of pigeons.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that had one that could talk, and I'll never forget walking into his house, and he's like, and we were sitting in the living room, in the kitchen, and the birds in the living room, and I just hear, and I'm like, what the fuck is that, dude? And he's like, oh, so we've been trying to figure that out, and we figured it out. The bird is mimicking the done sound on the oven.
What?
Beep, and he would do that to get attention. Beep, and he would mimic it. And he's like, yeah, oh, don't get a bird. And I was like, yeah.
That has to
Yeah.
be such a calm house.
Yeah.
If the only thing the parrot like mimics is the oven going off.
And dude, they had
No words,
They
no
pretty-
like TV, no radio.
they had a pretty wily house too, because they had a tripod dog, because they
Tripod.
would adopt
3 legs.
yeah, so they would adopt all their animals.
3.
So they had like some of the wildest little animals ever. Actually, I adopted one of my snakes from them because they were moving to a place.
Ben?
Stanley.
Stan.
Yeah. So I took Stanley off them because they couldn't take him to. I'm pretty sure it was an excuse to get rid of the snake, but I was like, okay, you don't want him anymore. I'll stick him on top of my dresser. He'll be fine. You know what I mean? But
What a hero.
oh, thank you, thank you. Stan the man is thriving today.
He sure is.
Yeah,
He looks great. He looks great.
he does. He does. He's a little shit. Corn snakes are funny, man, because like they're racers, so you can't like when you get them out, you know, they're constantly moving. But the best strategy that you can have is to have like a sweater on with like a pouch, because they'll go into the pouch and then they'll just stay.
Just chill.
Yeah. So you just
nice.
kind of leave their head in there, and then he's like freaking out, and he's like, "Yes, comfort," and then he'll get in there, and you're like, "Okay, yeah, here we are.
This is life.
This is
This
us."
is a beautiful
Let's
place.
go to the movies.
It's better than the hair. If you have long hair, he will get into your hair,
Ew.
and then it's a complete asshole getting him out of there. Or like down your shirt, he'll go down your shirt constantly.
No,
No, I mean he's cool.
I just feel like it'd feel weird.
I mean, it does feel weird, but like
I wouldn't be scared of him, but just
No.
yeah, like you know who he is. You know, you're like, dude.
I won't even let Giselle touch me, and oh,
Look at that.
she tries to tickle me. I'm like, I couldn't. A little snake trying to tickle me.
Have you ever had a weird pet that's not a cat or dog or goldfish?
I've had turtles,
Yeah, that counts.
box turtles.
That does count.
That absolutely counts.
Funny story about a turtle I had. His name was Miller. Found him at the Franklin Park. I took him home, and my mom was like, "Yeah, let's make him a cage outside." And so we made him a cage in the garden, and Miller ended up running away.
Oh, damn, he got out.
Oh no way.
Yeah, so I had a turtle run away on me, which is just something you can. It's funny that you can tell people.
Wait, did somebody else tell you that the turtle ran away?
What?
They let him out.
Whoa!
My dad did that to me. I had an iguana.
He built a cage outside for it.
No, I had him in my room,
Ah.
and I left for a few days to go to my mom's. And I was like, "Hey, Dad, can you please feed my iguana?" But the iguana was kind of, in his defense, my aunt was like, "Cameron, do you want an iguana?" When I was in, West Virginia.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I came home with an iguana that my dad didn't know about.
Yep. He
right?
fucking hated the fucking iguana.
I mean, it was an asshole. They're not nice at first. But I was trying my best, and I guess my dad just like, I don't know what he did with it, dude.
It was gone though.
I don't know what he did. I came home and he was like, "Yeah, he got out. He ran away."
Jesus.
They just camouflaged somewhere.
Yeah, I had a guinea pig growing up,
I had a guinea pig.
Oh, I've had hamsters.
and
Never had a
the
hamster.
cat scared it into a heart attack.
Damn.
I shit you not.
The cat.
That happened.
He's like,
Yeah.
That's big.
I shit you not. Because I had bunk beds and,
you heard it scream for its life.
well, I mean, I just walked in the room and I was like, and he's dead.
He's sitting there with his arms on his chest.
Well, Drake and Josh, there's a hamster in that, and they took a photo of it, and the flash of it like knocked it out, and they thought that it was dead. Is that a real thing with little animals? They can just fake their own death like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Out of
Probably
I
had a
don't
seizure.
think so.
I don't know why I'm quoting fucking Drake and Josh right now, but that's just where
Well,
I'm at.
that's probably what they told the audience.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Think about it, Hank. People have been lying to you, dude.
I just don't remember like the reasoning on why.
That shit died.
Shit was dead.
What?
The studio killed that animal.
That little hamster. Probably fucking Nickelodeon Dan Schneider.
I was watching Trailer Park Boys, and they had a goldfish, and Ricky gets attached to his goldfish.
I'm pretty sure doesn't he put it in the bong?
Yeah, he does at one point. And they're smoking it. So that's one instance, but he was making a ice rink in his trailer, so he was filling it up with water, and he had the trailer super cold to like freeze the ice. And he was like, "Goldie, do you want to swim around in there?" "All right, sweet, man." And he like left him in there. And I was like, man, they just put that goldfish in like just tap water that they just put in a trailer. Actually, okay. So James, I actually get a little upset over like jackass things.
Yeah.
Like the show.
Yeah, man, because they'll just throw Bam into like a pit of snakes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Or like they'll fuck with like an anaconda to get it to bite them.
Yeah.
And I'm always just like, why would you throw a 160-pound plus man on top of snakes?
Yeah.
Like, that is just horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
That's just like, and me knowing snakes, like I shelter them. You know what I mean? Like, I make sure that nothing can hurt them. I make sure that the other animals can't hurt them. I make sure that like they don't get upset to the point where they want to bite somebody. And to watch people like provoke that out of them.
Yeah.
I've never been bit. I've been keeping snakes for how long?
Like 7 years now?
8 years?
Yeah.
Somewhere near
Good
that.
enough
You know what I mean?
20?
I have never been bit. Ever.
Yeah, I think it just like, I mean, whenever you just look at it, it's just, oh, a guy is just falling in on a bunch of snakes. No harm, no foul. But you know the snakes.
Right.
And you know, like, what that does to them, you know, in
They're
their
incredibly
head.
upset about that.
See, that's why, like, the one thing that dogs cannot stand are fireworks. But
Right.
yet, what do we do every year? Is we just set off a bunch of fireworks.
Where
and
every
our
house
dogs-
has a
Our
dog.
dogs are freaking out, and we're like, we love our pets, but yeah, we're gonna shoot off these bombs in our backyard.
I really don't
Like-
feel bad for the dogs in that scenario.
What's that? I don't feel
I
bad
really
about those
don't.
snakes. They probably got paid very well on Jackass.
But I mean, come on now. That's a physical hurt, though.
You don't
know what
think
I mean?
it physically
Yeah,
hurts
but
the
dogs,
dog's
you know,
ears?
it hurts his ears.
Dude,
yeah, they got
are so
hypersensitive.
sensitive, dude. They can hear things that we can't even. A dog.
That's why, like,
whistle?
if you yell, a dog's like, "Rrr."
It's true. It's true.
It's like, chill.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Pass me a beer.
I had a goose for a while.
What?
A goose? You had a fucking goose?
You.
Yeah. We had a goose in the backyard for a while. So we found it when it was young, and I've actually had a couple weird pets. Actually, this is one of them. We found him because his wing was broken, and he was real young. And eventually, his wing healed, and he actually learned to fly. Ended up flying off because we built him like this whole fucking fenced-in area in the back, and he just fucking walked around freely in the yard. Eventually, like I said, he ended up just fucking flying off. But we also had, we'd gotten some mallard ducks at one point. We had 3 of them. Can you guess what we named our 3 ducks?
The ugly ducklings.
No. The Three Stooges.
Close.
Oh,
Joe,
man.
Curly, and Mo.
No. You guys are thinking it. Donald, Daisy, and Daffy.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right.
So one day,
Wait, why those names?
because they're 3 duck characters from cartoons, dude.
Dude.
Donald, Daffy, and Daisy.
You don't know Donald the
Who
Duck,
the fuck
dude?
is Daisy?
You don't know Donald the Duck? Daisy is
She's a part of the
Minnie
duck.
Mouse's girlfriend, right?
No, that's
No?
Mickey.
That's Minnie.
Or I meant Mickey.
Minnie.
Minnie.
Daisy, she's a part of like the DuckTales. And she's part of the girl ducks, dude.
I'll take your word for
She's
it.
Disney. She's a Disney duck.
Okay.
She's Daffy Duck's lady. Donald's from Looney Tunes.
Right.
Daffy and Daisy are the combo in Disney, like how Mickey and Minnie, Daffy and Daisy. So we had those ducks. Brother Jared ran them, was running around with him in the yard one day and chased them fucking into the woods and never fucking seen them shits again.
Fucking
See ya.
Jared, dude.
All 3 of them at once. Lost all
Jared.
3 of them.
That motherfucker. You know
How long
what?
did you
If
have
he,
Jared?
if he ever listens to this, I need to have words with you about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have words for you. The mistakes you made whenever you were freaking 4.
He was like 2, yeah.
And we need to talk about that. Actually, a thing I need to talk about. So I had a
Let's talk about
airsoft
it.
rifle
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
when I was like way too young.
Wait, I didn't tell you about my animal that got shot by an airsoft rifle. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I would just take out birds.
Oh, my God.
The prettier, the better. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And like I got good with it. Like it would be like my dad had like 3 acres, and you know I'd be sitting on like an edge line, and I would wake up early just to get that early bird. You know what I'm saying?
Early bird gets the
bird.
Early bird
And,
gets
like-
shot.
And like one time, my uncle came over, and I was like, "Dude, look what I just did!" And he was like, "Yeah, that's illegal, dude."
That's a protected cardinal.
He's like, I'm actually here to arrest you.
That was pretty
parakeet.
messed up. I never felt right about that. After I found out, like, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just killing animals. That's not cool," you know.
Yeah, my dad kind of did the same thing. He had a garden in his backyard, and the rabbits would get in there. And he's like, I want you to go get me that airsoft gun you got up there. Okay, and then he's like, kicked out the back door like Rambo. Like, you cockroaches want to play rough. They all just went all over the place.
You just see a bunny behind the barn. He's like, "This is it."
He's like, give me the knife.
I actually killed I killed a snake one time.
Oh, I did that.
Ooh.
I did that with an airsoft gun. So
all it took?
yeah,
You got
yeah,
creative with these.
yeah, dude. No, so like, and it was like
I
a
don't think this is an airsoft gun anymore.
dude,
This
it
is
was a
gun.
road event. So like it was going after a bird's nest, and it was up in the tree, and it was huge. I mean, it was just this big gardener snake. And I was just standing at the bottom of the tree, and you know, it was a fucking pump. And I still have the skin actually at my house.
That was the pellet gun.
Yeah.
BB gun.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. BB
yeah,
gun. Gotcha.
yeah. It was
Say-
a pellet gun.
Airsoft would be
Um,
hard for a rubber to hit that scaly skin, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so no, it was going through it, but like it would like, and then I would shoot it in the mouth every time, and like I was a good bit away.
This is like a
and
boss
everybody-
level on
This
a
is
video
a
Yeah.
game.
boss fight.
and everybody on the street was fucking amazed. They were like, "This
It's
kid's a fucking crack shot."
fucking Billy the Kid.
I mean, like they were amazed because I had like a little scope on it and everything, and I was like laying down in a
bolt
field.
action.
Yeah,
Just fun saying Private Ryan. You say something in between each shot.
it was ridiculous.
Say your prayers.
Snakes.
But yeah, I got
Savage.
it, and I actually like tanned the hide and everything.
Oh, nice.
And like, fun fact: if you throw like a snake's like structure into a fire, it'll move.
Weird.
Yeah, it'll start moving. Like it was very dead. I mean, I shot it nearly like fucking 60 times to kill it, and it didn't die. So like once it did die, you know, I took it and I took the skin off and did all that stuff because I wanted to figure out how to like tan it. But then I threw it in the fire because I was like, I'm gonna eat that. I was a fucked up kid.
Yeah, you're gonna eat a snake.
Right. But like it started crawling out of the fire. It was insane. It's the most bizarre thing you'll ever
said
see in your
nope.
life. Yeah.
Shoot it again. It's like, get back
She's
here.
like, that doesn't have a head. Dude, a lot of people eat rattlesnake.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Yeah.
heard that, yeah.
Yeah, it's
A
crazy.
lot of people eat dog.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna talk about that.
Dude.
Oh, that's a limit.
Well,
All right. So talking about
Yeah,
bizarre
it's
bizarre
medium.
animals, I do own a Great Dane.
I ain't throw Kira up there.
Yeah, you know what?
Let's see a
I'll
picture.
throw Kira up there. She's a big old love bug. No.
No.
Look at her.
Love her to death.
How could you not?
Big old Dumbo.
Dumbo.
And then James is Milo boy.
Oh,
Is it
James
a
is Milo boy.
Australian Shepherd?
Australian Shepherd.
Look at those eyebrows.
He's an Aussie.
You know he just farted. He thought, oh, you're...
He does do that too when he farts.
That you smell.
He smelled it.
And funny thing about Milo, he definitely herds Kira and the cats. He'll like run around and make sure that they get into the right spot.
He's a
Moves him.
good shepherd. I show my dog.
You don't have a dog, Hank. Oh, here's James's cat, Rex. So Rex, he has his own little personality. He's pretty much unlike any other cat that I've ever met because he's domesticated, but this dude's a fighter.
He's a wild man.
He's a fighter. I mean, like every time you walk by, he's like, "Hey, bro, you want to wrestle?" And he'll wrestle with you. Like
I would say he's more on the tame side nowadays.
he
has
is.
grown
He
up
is.
The
he
past
is.
like year and a half. he's-
Yeah. Ever since you got that damn dog.
Damn,
It did affect him.
It really did.
He became more of a sweetheart. And then when I left for Myrtle Beach and came back, he's been even more.
Don't leave me.
Yeah, he followed me around so much for the first like 2 or 3 days. He would not let me be in a different room.
It's a good boy.
He was like, "You better not ever do that again. You
I'll
don't go
bug.
getting."
So no more crazy pets?
I also had a frog, but I brought that up. I think that'd be it. So
Oh.
frog, a goose, some ducks.
Yeah, that fucking your fucking ducks and goose is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
What could
pretty
have been
nuts.
if Jared did?
Scoot up to the mic a little
If
bit.
Jared didn't. No, I won't even blame Jared. Yeah, it's his fault. I had a
Yeah,
baby
100%, I blame him.
baby raccoon once
You had a baby raccoon?
for like 2 weeks. So I don't even consider it a pet. But one of
Right.
my
That's kind of like when I caught the possum in my garage.
No,
I was
we-
like, "I've got a possum." My mom's like, "You fucking
we have a problem. I thought you were talking about another possum, but Chelsea will know. But yeah, we had a baby raccoon for like 2 weeks, and to hear it cry, it sounds horrible. I'm not gonna do it into the mic, but raccoon crying is not cool. But, no.
It makes you sad. Well, I've also heard that like the people that do actually raise them, they end up having to get rid of them because they get too smart with their fingers,
Dude,
and they start like pulling cabinet doors open,
Probably,
and they'll
yeah.
just raid the cabinets.
Yeah, like the baby though, it was baby. Like I don't know how old it was, but it was so tiny. And yeah, I think that my brother had a snapping turtle, a little bit more edgier than a box turtle, you know.
Yeah, you could put stuff in its mouth and it would just
Yeah,
hold
it was
onto
fun watching Nick feed it a couple times, but
Dude, I've had 2 crazy encounters with snapping turtles. No, 3.
I think
Okay.
every encounter is crazy.
So, number 1, I lived in some apartments in Germantown, Ohio, and this kid had pulled a snapping turtle out of the local creek at these
yeah.
apartments.
I think that's the only place you can get them.
No, hold up.
apartment.
I don't know.
bombs.
I don't know how a snapping turtle that big came out of that creek because I was in that creek. constantly. I mean, it was huge. So, they actually made a soup out of it.
A turtle
Oh my
soup.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah, like you
Turtle
fucking
soup?
had
Dude,
turtle
on
soup.
Dude.
TikTok they'll be like, oh, it's a turtle, and then it, like shows it chopped up, and they're like, oh
Do you know?
no.
Do you know how they gut them?
No, I
Got
don't
'em?
know.
They got them.
Do you want me to?
They chop up their little legs.
No. So what they do is they take the tail and the head off, right? And they literally stick a hose where the head was, and they just blow everything out. It's insane. And then they made a fucking soup out of it. It was
They probably
you-
made a horn.
as
too.
a kid, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
What
I was
the
like-
hell
I was
is
like-
even that?
I was like, "That was the craziest shit I've ever seen."
I'm not eating that.
No, right? Exactly.
That's exactly what I would have
You
said.
never tried turtle
Well,
soup?
The fact
You've
that it
never
came
had
out of my
turtles.
fucking
You've had
crick,
turtle doves.
the fact that it came out of my crick was what turned me off.
Yeah.
You know,
Where'd it come from?
Crick.
crick.
Ever been cricking?
Nah, I can keep on crick going down the creek.
We'll get you. We'll get you out there.
All right,
Get you a couple bugs.
I'm glad you enjoyed the crick.
Love bugs on
Second
Peter.
time. So when I lived in Farmersville, Ohio, we had this old house on this old farm. Now there was a pond there that had sat undisturbed for a very, very long time. There are some large creatures coming out of this thing. Okay, like even the crawdads, there were times where like a drought would come by and the water would kind of, the water level would come
Right.
down a little bit,
See ya.
and so there would be some dead animals. So we'd get down there, but it's hard to get into there because the cattails and all the brush and everything that's around this pond is like it's built. So like we would get down there, and I can't describe the size of the crawdad claw I found in that thing. It was that
claw?
big. A claw of a crawdad was that big.
Now crawdads, they're the one that have one big claw, one little claw.
Right, but they're tiny. They're like this
They're very
big.
tiny.
Yeah, they're
They're like this-
fucking like
like-
shrimp.
But
Like
don't
you can
the-
pick them up out of the water.
Aren't the claws like twice the size of their body?
No,
No.
no. No, you're probably thinking of like lobsters or
okay.
something.
I don't know. I think I'm thinking of a Pokemon.
So, anyways, so one day while I was living at that house, we were getting the car out of the driveway.
And a girl dad stopped it.
No.
Whoa.
No.
Hey, Crawl Daddy walking in.
We're still on fucking turtle
Daddy.
stories here. So we're getting the car. So we open the garage and we get in the car and we pull out of the car and we're like, there was something hissing at us. So we pull out of the driveway, like we're safe in the car now, right? So we pull out of the driveway and right in front of the car is the biggest turtle I've ever seen in my life. Had crawled its way into the garage and had like holed itself up into the corner of the garage. It was the most bizarre, and like we had to get it out.
God.
And if you've ever fought with a snapping turtle like that, like you have to get around it and grab its tail and then drag it out, right? So that was like a 4-hour ordeal of my dad going, son, this is some crazy shit.
Yeah, you're gonna want to grab a beer and remember this one.
All right, sit down. We got that taken care of.
Yeah, that was insane.
Dude, that is scary, dude. Snapping turtles are no joke.
Third time. So I was in West Virginia at a pond and we were fishing for bass. And every time I would throw my line in, I'd catch the same goddamn turtle.
Yeah.
It was the same fucking snapping turtle every single time. And no matter what you put in the water, that snapping turtle was getting it. So my uncle comes out, and it's me and my dad. My dad's blown away. He's like, I can't believe you keep catching the same turtle.
Bizarre.
So my uncle comes out. He's like, yeah, them goddamn pests. I tell you what. And hands us a shotgun. And so my dad takes it, and my uncle's like... No, it wasn't my uncle. It was like it's my grandfather's sister's husband. Okay, and he's like, kill it. It's killing all the other fish in the pond, which is true, right? Nothing else can live in that pond with a turtle that big, right?
Two-toed Tom.
It just eats everything.
Gotcha.
Two-toed Tom.
So I catch it. I'll never forget my dad go, and like I look at him and he looks at me.
You guys are covered in blood.
And I was like, no. And I was like, did you get it? And he's like, I think I missed. It was like, dude, it was like 5 feet away. And I was like, Dad, how'd you miss? He's like, I got excited.
With a shotgun,
I haven't
dude.
shot anything in 2 weeks. I'm pumped.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like when you're like, when it's your time to do that, you get a little nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
that's funny.
but it was literally like 5 feet away and he missed it.
I
It
just
was so
imagine
fucking funny.
You like catching it and like holding it up for a photo and then like shotgun blast.
Dude, I would pull it all the way up out of the water and then it would realize it was out of the water and then let go and then go back in.
Oh yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was just
nuts.
riding.
It was nuts.
Yeah,
Like,
I've caught some fish while fishing before, and it's funny to see them like swim up to the surface, and they're like, "Fuck this," and then they just turn around, and swim back down. They're just so cute though. Watch them swim up. They just use those little arms.
Oh, yeah.
dude, we used to do some crazy shit on that old farm in Farmersville,
We need a farm.
just as kids.
Yeah.
Because like we didn't really have a lot of entertainment at that time. Like
That is
I didn't really have like an
entertainment,
Xbox or anything. So like my sister and I, we would do some weird shit. Just like cornfield rituals and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And, like
yeah.
chase groundhogs and eat apples off the apple tree and go like,
nice big bonfires.
oh dude, huge bonfires.
I
Huge
love those
bonfires.
big bonfires.
Like the fire department got called
yeah, you
in
can't
country.
have them anywhere other than like farmland.
Right.
Bonfires.
Like ginormous ones, because trees would fall over the road and then we'd have to
I'd do something.
deal
Bring
with
'em
that.
in.
Yeah, we'd have to deal with that. We actually did have like a wood furnace.
Oh,
I
that's
missed
fun.
that thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it smelled good.
Yeah, for sure.
No, you can't smell it, dude. It's got a chimney.
You can smell it.
Don't. There's too much chimney talk for one night.
We're not doing that. All right.
Yeah, it's about our time. What are we at right now? About 2 hours.
Cyber hunting. My mom used to eat turtle soup.
I bet you did. I wonder if it was good. I wonder if it's good. I've never actually had it. Did you try it, Hank? When you
No.
All right. Well, thank you all. If you made it this far through our ranting and drunkenness.
Yeah, the possum story is a time.
Yeah.
at Chelsea.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah, well,
I don't even know if Cameron remembers it.
What do you mean?
why don't you tell him real quick to wrap it up? You know, it's pretty funny.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The possum?
Yeah.
This happened at Jordan's old house, 132.
Did we have a possum?
We did. We found a possum, and it looked like it was hurt, like it was bleeding. I think it was stuck under the fence, wasn't it?
Stuck under the fence.
Yeah, but it was still alive.
Oh, no. Never mind.
Yeah.
You do
No.
remember it.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to be the bigger person there,
No,
didn't I?
James did.
You did?
Yeah.
That was you?
James took a shovel to the back of it.
Yeah.
Flinged it like 200 yards into the neighbor's yard.
Yeah, that was James and I, because it was really suffering, dude.
Well, there was
Yeah, it
blood
was
in the
gross.
snow.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
quite a
really
scene.
bad.
And we were like, is it playing possum? We don't know. It was just...
That was horrible. I remember that
That was a
night.
tough experience.
Yeah.
I just had experience with a fucking dead dog on like
No.
this. Yeah, I had just like buried somebody's dog that I don't know whose dog it was, but I'd found it and I was like, this dog needs a burial. It was like within like weeks of that, I think.
Oh, the puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
I didn't want to say puppy, but
I thought it was.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It'll make it worse.
It made it worse.
It was like 13 years old or something.
Nobody cared.
It was old as shit.
Nobody gave a shit.
All right, guys. Thank you all
Hey,
so much
love your
for
pets.
listening.
We love the pets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the best.
All right, guys. Catch us Fridays at 10. Actually, we're talking about moving it to about 9. So catch us not next Friday. We're taking a Friday off. So
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Go listen to some good old Frank Sinatra Christmas music.
we'll be dropping some audio on the old podcast page here soon.
Yeah, if you're listening to this later as an audio, sweet, because there's going to be a lot more of this. We're bringing that back. We got caught up in the streaming world, but we're bringing back the audio.
Yeah, the stream isn't quite where it's at. So we love y'all. Throw us a like and a share. We appreciate your support. And we're at A&G Pizza in Franklin, Ohio every Friday at about 7 o'clock. So come catch us there.
Let's have a beer.
Yeah, let's have a beer. That would probably make my week, actually, if somebody came in random.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.